Hello. I am here today to discuss the Five Nights at Freddy's lore. Now, looks slightly complicated when you put it on paper, but I assure you, it is quite easy when you figure it all out. Now let's start at the very beginning, shall we? At the very beginning, it was William Afton, right? And I can't remember, but I believe it was Michael. I'm not very sure. I'm not good at the names. Anyway, so they wanted to open an establishment for the bears, who were about to be an extinct species. Thus, they made the original Freddy Fazbear, or Golden Freddy, whatever. And that was just an actual bear. But sadly, after he died, and so did the rest of the bears, they decided to make a animatronic one, which was mostly new at the time. It was a good idea, and it worked pretty well at the start. But it came at the cost of a lot of money for everyone involved. So, yeah, they had a bunch of, like, how do I say this? I actually can't figure out a way of saying this. I guess just like, prototypes. A bunch of prototypes of different models. Yes, simple. And with those prototypes, he made the Mimic. And as well as Freddy Fazbear, Spring Bonnie, Golden Freddy, yada yada yada. Then the children are murdered, stuffed into the Springbok suit, due to Afton. I don't know what his, goals were gonna be, but anyway, after that, and a few other missing reports, the first and new Five Nights at Freddy's 1 was released to the public. It started out well too, but sadly more people died and the suit smelled awful. And then the events of Five Nights at Freddy's. Trying to think here. 1 second. I never really thought of this out. I didn't write it out down there or anything. I just I'm winging it. Alright. So the events of Five Nights at Freddy's 3 occur after FNAF 1 due to Afton's death and a couple other things to make this go by faster. But during that time, the events of FNAF 4 were starting for the crying child. After the big old bite, the crying child was, admitted to the hospital, but was unaware of the secret facility below their house, made by Afton. And so, after that, the events of FNAF 3 and the events of FNAF 4, finally FNAF 2 was taken up by Michael, Afton, and the phone guy, which might have been the same. I'm not sure if they were the same person. I'm not good with the names, but yes. For this, let's just hypothetically say that Phone Guy and Michael Afton are different people. So, Phone Guy and Michael make the Five Nights at Freddy's 2. And then after that, and that one was a surprising success, even though a couple more people died, then there was Five Nights at Freddy's Simulator. Blah blah blah, more children died. Afton came back, kind of wanted to kill everyone again, but was stopped by old Michael, as well as the others, man, I'm really bad at this. With, Molten Freddy and Lefty/Puppet. And so with the events of that concluded, came came Help Wanted, created by, let's say, Wait, there was a Schmidt there, right? Let's say it was made by the Schmidts. Yes, that makes sense. Used to be. And be thinking the server right then and there. Not like really, going really super over it. But yes. Then FNAF VR was made. And to try and find as much inspiration for the mishaps and the histories surrounding the rest of surrounding the rest of the Five Nights at Freddy's locations, they searched, inputted different chips into the thing to try and create a almost online version of the pizzeria. Don't worry, we'll get to the Pizzaplex soon. That's where I'm from. Anyway, after the events of Help Wanted, there were hints of the Mimic, which was one of the chips that was confiscated from the old locations, being the first location, and, Afton's workshop. And so, after the Mimic took hold of pretty much everything, he got Vanny on his side. And Vanny then ran the FNAF Pizzeria simulator out of business, and then was buried by a sinkhole. But due to the good location and the fact that the simulator realm was still there, they decided to make the Pizzaplex on top of it. And blah blah blah, random lion, Lamrock, animatronic thingamabob, brain, blob, being fucking Mimic. And a couple other things happened. Yada yada yada. That is my take on the lore. I know, quite simple stuff. Even though for my, let's say, bad explaining skills. So with that, I present thee with my retelling of the lore. Goodbye, have a nice day. Discuss it in the comments if anyone actually gets to this video, which most probably won't, unless I send it out. Then that's a different story. For now, goodbye my friends. Delve into your specifics, yada yada. I will also post a link to the nice jazz music that you are hearing in the background. Later fellas, have a good day, or night. Dream big dreams. Yeah, that's about it. Later.